Okay, looks like we're back up. Give me a second to do my usual, popping out the chats. Bum, 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 pum, pum, pum. And YouTube. Oop. Right. Right. So, as per usual, I got about an hour before I gotta go to work. Yeah, get up. Been going for a walk now, last couple of days. Wearing my bug suit, although the mosquitoes seem to have gone down, which is nice. Man, if it's not one thing, it's another. It's the heat, or the mosquitoes, or the rain, or the smoke. But other than the mosquitoes, it hasn't been too bad. Although the rain's been a little crazy. We had another superstorm push through here last night. It was crazy. Of course, it's garbage day, so everybody's got their bins out, and yeah, the wind was doing about 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour. Came through here and just... Why do I hear a phone ringing? Oh, it must be this place here. I'm sitting on top of. Anyway. Yeah, stuff was just whipping around. It was crazy. But we didn't get any tornadoes or super hail or anything like that, so other than the neighbor's garbage blowing all into our fucking driveway for some strange reason, we didn't have an issue, and left it there. I was going to clean it up this morning, but I guess he'd already come over, and the guy whose garbage it was, he always puts out loose shit, like, just retarded. But yeah, after he got home, he came over and picked up his shit off our driveway and stacked it back on his. Good on him. And I know because we have cameras, so I can see him doing that. So I figured if it's still there this morning, I was going to be a little annoyed. But it's all cleaned up. He cleaned up his mess. I swear that guy's the only one who does any work in his family. His wife, she does nothing. Nothing at all. He does everything. And his kids, especially, he's got a boy and a girl, especially the girl, very spoiled. Just the way she acts. Yeah, these people that raise their kids like that, they're not doing them any favors at all. I mean, they used to get in their way, and when they get out in the real world, and that no longer applies, then they're just miserable their entire fucking lives. I've known people like this, and know of a lot that are like this, that are just, they were spoiled brats coming up, and now that they're out in the real world and things just aren't as easy as they were, you know, their whole life growing up, they're just miserable pricks to them, you know, miserable themselves and miserable to everybody around them. So. And from what I've seen, they're also the worst people to get involved in a relationship with. I really pity these guys that get married to these girls. Wow. I mean, the guys are like that too, some of them. When I was a kid, what was it? We were in grade 6, I think. We were kicking around this soccer ball. And this little shit He's probably 3 years younger than us, comes up and boots the ball, hits one of my friends right in the face. And he's freaking laughing. It's, you know, just like came out of nowhere and just did this. And of course we were displeased, but his mother was there for some reason at school, and she was protecting him. He's standing behind her, sticking his tongue out, acting like a little shithole. His mother's giving us what for going after her little boy, and it's like he had us coming big time. I don't know if we ever got back that little shit. I don't know. I mean, he was a little kid. I could have picked him up with one arm and pushed him against the wall. Fucking retard. And he was definitely to the crude oil tank. Delivered to the crude oil tank. Oh, right here. The first one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Spoiled kids. I don't get it. It's gonna be interesting driving around in that little spot there, but we'll see how it goes. Thank God I brought this thing for this. Oh, it's really far back. Yeah, don't like that. I can't see anything. It doesn't look like it's this long, but the trailer's a lot longer than the load is. That means I gotta make lots of wide turns. Not so much on this road. Actually, no, this shouldn't be a problem. Could probably just go off this cliff here a little bit. But we're good. Yeah, if I brought one of the normal trucks for this job, that would have been frustrating. We would have been stuck a lot. I mean, it's not just, this thing's got the power and all-wheel drive and lock differential on all the time, but he's also really high, which helps keep the front of that trailer up off the ground, off getting caught on things. Where one of the more normal sized trucks, even if it has the power, it's lower, and you get those parts that hang down at the front of the trailer sometimes get caught on all kinds of shit. Rocks and trees and bumps in the road. And then you're constantly having to winch and fuck around. Yeah, this thing's just way easier. And even with him, this is going to be a bit of a pain. Well, it already has been. I had to do some maneuvering, although it wasn't terrible, but eh. Okay, come on, dude. Yeah, if he's having trouble coming up this little hill, yeah, that would have been really annoying with a normal truck. This is the right road. My brother started playing this game and he didn't realize you can put down markers on the roads. And so he was trying to do it all from memory and constantly having to go back to the map and stuff. And at some point there, I was like, let's just put the markers here and there, and he's like, what? He's like, you could do this? I didn't know you could do this. This makes it so much easier. I mean, this was right after we started playing at the very start, so it wasn't like he was doing it for a long time. But yeah, I could see how if you didn't know about that, that would be bad. Make the game a little more challenging. I guess a little more realistic then, isn't it? Because you'd have to constantly be referring to your map. Although the map in this game shows you where you're at, a real map wouldn't. You'd have to make sure you knew where you were on the map. Which road is this? Let's have a peek here, make sure. Yeah, we're still going the right way. Just don't recognize this little spot here. Just gotta be careful on these stupid broken parts. Good places for tires to pop if you hit them going too fast. Sometimes it doesn't take much. So, I started looking into buying like an air gun. It's just for, because we can't own firearms here unless you get a license from the government. And they're always changing the rules as to what weapons are allowed and which aren't. And of course then they have you in a database, so they know what you have and where you live. And they've done things in the past. There was a spot up here in the mountains. They had some flooding and they had the people evacuate. They evacuated them. Then the police, the RCP, went into these people's homes, confiscated all their weapons for safety, you know, whatever. And then those people had a hell of a time getting their stuff back, if they could even get it back. And that's just one example. Okay, we're gonna move this thing the hell out of the way, because I don't want this in here if this is a spot where I need to be coming and going out of. That should be good. Now, can I get back around? So anyway, I don't trust the government, and they're definitely coming for our guns, and it's not at all about safety. There was a police chief recently actually did a conference, and he just came right out and said it. Like he said, the vast majority of guns that are used in crimes are all illegal weapons that came across the border. Extremely few of them are guns that were stolen or from law-abiding owners, or guns used by law-abiding owners of guns. So, like, restricting the weapons from everybody doesn't do shit for stopping crime or making things safe. In fact, it makes things worse, because you're taking away people's ability to defend themselves from criminals who don't follow the law. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. It's not like you buy a gun and suddenly you have this urge to go around shooting people. And that's almost how they make it sound. Okay, well there's lots of stuff to be picked up here, it looks like. What do we got here? Sideboard trailer has... Is that a cabin? Must be. And can we get metal beams? Metal beams here. I don't have a vehicle that has a trailer over here though. That's a generator he's got. Although, if I pick up this one... Oh, but I have to... Where am I delivering this to? Way over here probably. Nope. Down here, right. Whoa, that went fast. Shit. So pick this trailer up, drop it off, then I can go get the beams and drop that off. That guy's gas. He doesn't have... you know what? We could still use him. Let's do that. Jesus Christ. Fucking stupid map. Twitchy as fuck today. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're gonna go straight through. Past that intersection. Then I'm going to try going through here because I know you can do it. Wait a minute. Yes. No, I have to drop that off first. Shit. Cabin. Does this guy have a crane? No. Alright. So we come back down here. I think this guy had a cool beacon too. Let's see here. Yeah, that's different. Oops. Just gonna use high gear to get him there. Save some fuel. Won't be as fast as if I went down into automatic there. But faster than low gear usually, and he won't slow down a lot if he runs into a boggy area. He'll just keep on trucking through. Unless he gets really bogged down, in which case I'll have to switch, but that's highly unlikely to happen with this guy. Still got some fuel reserve in the back there that I can use, but let's see how far we can get. Gonna watch these rocks too, I just forgot. When you're in high gear, it increases your odds of taking damage from things. So bouncing off some of the big rocks can cause suspension or tire damage. But looks like they're doing good, so good. Yeah, so driving home yesterday was right in the middle of the fucking well, there was actually, that would have been a second storm, because there was a big storm during the day, and then there was another one that came through in the evening that was even worse. Well, it was shorter. It's a lot stronger, but shorter. But the one during the day was like crazy too. Did I talk about this already in the last stream? Well, we'll talk about it again. What the hell? So I came out into the garage. I parked in the garage. And I came out and there was water coming down from outside down on the out ramp, like a little river. But it was going down. There's two drains there, and it was swirling down, so it was going down pretty quick. And I was right on the top level because I get in super early, so I parked right in front of the exit, so I could just drive straight out. So that was the first thing. Then the next thing, I get out, and there's a manhole cover laying on the road because it had been blown off. And just past that, I had to stop and wait at a light, and there was another manhole cover on the opposite side of the road just next to me. With the windows up, I could hear it just howling, making a hell of a noise. Didn't see anything coming out of it, like there was no, air or water spraying out of the holes, but man, was it loud. There was something going on. Then coming down a hill towards the river valley, there was a little sharp turn before this bridge, and the right lane was totally flooded, and there was this giant whirlpool. So obviously the manhole cover there had blown off because, judging by the size of the whirlpool, I saw that water was going down that hole. So that's kind of scary for anybody who comes around that corner and drives into that. Of course, they would slow down anyway because you'd be in a giant pool of water. And then on the way, yeah, there was a couple of spots. That was it for manhole cover issues, but there was a number of places where the road was flooded. Luckily, nothing overly bad. Like I wasn't pushing up into the engine bay or anything like that, so that's important and good. But yeah, it was a fun trip home. No hail too, which I was a little bit worried about. So I had this car since I bought it in 2001, and if I running into a big hailstorm would not be good. That would be bad. Keep that thing in mint condition. I don't want it getting beaten to shit. And I just washed it the other day too, so it looks fantastic, and I was worried. Well, I thought, whatever. It is what it is. I gotta drive through this shit. But oddly, it's maybe because the rain was just so freaking heavy. I've got a little bit of, dirty water spots on the side, and that's it. The car still looks pretty fucking fantastic, so kind of happy about that. But yeah, the windstorm that came up later, the wind, it was insane. The rain, just all of a sudden, and the wind was blowing in the opposite direction that it usually does, which was really weird. And it was super, super strong. It was blowing over all kinds of shit. And then it kind of swirled around, which was weird, and changed directions back to the normal way, west to east. And then it was kind of over. There was a ton of thunder and lightning. Oops. It's always fun. Storms at night actually are probably a bit more interesting because of the lightning. Always puts on a good show. Back in '87, I was in grade 10. That went to a summer university thing. It's kind of like give it a trial, try a few courses and stuff. And, I think they called it Summer Youth University or something like this. I don't know. But anyway, I was in town, and it was and that's perfect. Alrighty, well, he's done for now. Gotta get a truck with a crane over here. Do I have any other? Nope, nope, nope. Nope, that's it. Okay, we are in Overo. that's oh, that's not a scout. Let's see. It's probably quicker just to take a guy down here. Wait a minute, that comes down from the north. On this map. Does that work? No, that works perfect. Okay. Nice and close. So let's go to the garage. Okay, grab somebody. Pacific. Does he have a crane? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I think he's got a fair amount of... Yeah, okay. Does he have the little one? Yes. And then we will put that on as well. And... metal beams. Perfect. Oh, metal... Yeah, he's got... Yes, that's perfect. So... No. Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate that. Because it's clicking on the big black box that was there before that you can't see, so you have to click somewhere else to get rid of it. There we go. Then we'll come back here, back down here. That'll take care of the metal beam part, although I need 2 of them, don't I? Oh, I can do that too, actually. Yes. Because I have the crane, I can stack them. Although he's a pretty bouncy old bastard. Yeah, so back in '87 I was here for the big tornado that we had. It was in EF5, I believe. It wiped out a trailer park, killed a bunch of people, cut across the lower end of town here, went to the industrial area, and then into the trailer park. And my dad was a cop at the time, and had to deal with that. That was fun, I guess. Sarcastic. I guess it was after that they... because the coordination wasn't great between all the emergency services, so they developed an emergency response plan just because of that. Okay, so let's put the other one. Loading platform. Okay. Yeah, I was in town when that went through, and it was interesting. Remember, it was the last day, and I was heading back to Lister Hall, which is where I was staying, and I had to run across campus with this friend of mine. By the time I got there, I was just soaked. I mean, right down to the underwear, everything was just soaked. Just want to try and get this lined up as nice as possible. Oops. Good enough. Alright. Oops. Just checking to see if it had any kind of suspension extras that you can do, but nope. Yeah, everybody was talking about the big tornado, and well, actually, I think at the time, because we were just listening to the weather, there was reports of like multiple tornadoes, and nobody really knew what was going on. Just, there was a really bad storm. Oh crap! Tipping over here. Okay. And earlier that day, got to drive one of the newer, brand new Mustangs at the time. My aunt was dating this guy. She'd been dating him forever. Oh, this one isn't all-wheel drive. She's doing okay, I think. And he was a big shot accountant for Ford. And his father was a banker, actually. Weird. Anyway, so because of his job, he didn't own a car. They basically let him take any vehicle from the Ford fleet that he wanted. And so this time it was like an '87 Mustang. The '80s weren't great for Mustang looks, but this one was okay, I guess. But remember, it had a little number pad on the door for like you put in the combination to unlock. All I remember about that, well, because we were driving down the highway that the storm came up, and I remember I was driving into town and you could see the storm behind us, big black clouds and stuff. And that was weird too. The direction the storm came from south to north was really strange. That's still, I don't think, has ever happened since. Usually it's west to east, not south to north. But yeah, the only thing I remember about that, driving that car, was that it was a standard, and the clutch and the brake pedals were like small and really close to each other. So every time I was like going to shift a gear or even brake, I was hitting both pedals or a bit of both, and it was a little frustrating. That guy was kind of cool. He had some planes too. He owned a World War II Hurricane, and what the hell was the other one? Shit. The other one was bigger. Also a World War II era. I think that one he actually shared with other people. Remember when I was a little kid, he flew over our farm and he was dive bombing us and doing wing waggles and stuff. It was kind of neat. He used to do the when the Blue Angels were at air shows. He was the guy on the mic talking. I wonder where he is. He never did get married. He ended up living with this other chick, and never married her either. Just wondering what's the best way to get over here. This load is going to make things difficult. This is a shorter route. Well, let's do it, I guess. Let's see. I need to go down here. Yeah, that works, I guess. Although this might, well, then I gotta get through this, and I don't think I could, or over here, or here. This is the way. There's a way down here, but with what he's got on the back, he'll definitely flip over or something, so that's probably not a good thing to do. So we're gonna go down this road. We'll load up that guy, and then we'll take one of them. Back down here to there. Or maybe I'll take the bigger guy and tow this one. I don't know. We'll see. My luck, this thing will tip over, and then I'm going to have to bring the other big guy over to pull him upright. For not having all-wheel drive, this guy gets around fairly decently. This was this a Pacific? Yeah, it is. That's Pacific on the front. I think it's one of three different Pacific vehicles. There's two bigger trucks than this. I think this was a company, a Canadian company, that made mostly logging trucks. I don't know if they're still in business. I doubt it. He's pretty good on fuel too. He gets bogged down there and he's barely using anything. That's nice. Especially since he doesn't have any extras that he can carry with him. Yeah, it was nice this morning anyway. It was nice and fresh outside, so 3:45, 4 o'clock. Probably 4, after 4 here a little bit. We went out for a walk. Brought my bug suit, but I mean, there was the odd mosquito, but yeah, it hasn't been as bad, so hopefully soon they'll all be fucking dead and then I can go back to just not wearing the stupid suit. It's weird, the shadow it casts makes it look like I'm wearing a ghillie suit. Exactly, like I'm wearing a ghillie suit. It's weird. Especially if I have the headpiece up. But it's about the only time I wear it out in public. Early in the morning when there's no one around to see me, because it looks probably pretty fucking goofy and stupid. But yeah, for whatever reason, I'm one of those people that mosquitoes really, really like. I mean, it can't be sweat, because I'm not sweating when I'm out there. It was cold this morning, 14 degrees Celsius. It's not cool, I guess, not cold. So I was wearing a shorts and t-shirt. It wasn't, too bad. But yeah, because I've heard that they're attracted to sweat, so it can't be that because I wasn't sweating. But they're also attracted to carbon dioxide and I think body heat. And I know I run on the hot side. So it could be that. That and maybe the carbon dioxide. Well, I don't know. Do I give off any more than anybody else? It's gotta be the body heat. And I think they like dark colors too, so if you have dark clothing, they'll come for you more than if you have bright colors. I could take us at a low gear, but considering that we're just about to go in here, and I need, you need to be in low gear to use the differential lock, so which makes it a lot easier to get through all kinds of shit. Yeah, this guy's doing not too bad. He's having trouble in these turns though, and I think it's because the back end has a lot of weight in it. Man, the physics in this game sometimes. Very good. Now, we'll have to see if I can lift that cabin up onto the other truck's trailer without tipping over. Because the extra weight on top here and holding the cabin with the crane there might be enough to cause some problems. We'll see. Hopefully worst case all I have to do is take that one off the top there and put it on the side for now, but until I'm done with the lifting job, but we'll see. Wow. Normally the winching part of this thing doesn't work very well, but it's pulling that cable in pretty good. And we're not tipping over yet. I wonder if that'll be good enough. Good enough. Alright, we're going to try the lazy man's load here. I'm really going to have to pay attention though. sure that doesn't fall off. Oh, there you go, that'd be a good... See, shut the beacons on for this. So now I gotta make really wide turns. Keep the guy in the back from going up into funny places and flipping over. Okay, that's a little too wide, but that's just... Oh, maybe not. It's as tight as this guy turns. Alright, so far so good. Oh, this is a really nice tight turn. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, good. There's a road. Somehow I thought the road was that there to the right. Not this. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Why the hell is this thing so... So, activate anchor. There you go, it's a good thing we brought this guy along. I think that's good enough. Oh, wait. Is this the, nope, there we go. Come on, turn, you bastard. No. because it's being Yeah, it's because it's towing something. How close are we? We'll let him keep towing them. Jesus Christ. Usually I smell this funky cheese smell coming in the window sometimes lately. I don't know what it is, but we smelled it the other day when we went for a walk, so it's not just me. It's, I don't know what it is. Something don't smell right. Of course, with all this rain, maybe it's, I don't know, lots of fungus or something growing. But I just caught a whiff of shit. Literally. I can smell it. I can smell it now. Man, I've never had so many fucking weird smells come in through the window. Alright, you know the procedure, let's go. Actually, did I pack the cargo last time? Eh, it doesn't matter. The thing's tipping pretty good anyway. Let's see here. Oops. You gotta be fucking kidding me. There we go. Jesus. Oh great, another sharp turn. Hooray! I am starting to wonder if I should just take them as two separate loads here instead of fucking around with this stupid thing. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. fuel. What? Oh yeah, right. There we go. Tippy back there again. That other guy might, well, I think he'll do okay through here, but it's going to be a little hairy. It's 7 o'clock. Let's see if I can finish this first, and then that'll be that. Just give me a sec. Let's make sure I don't have any. Nope, today's a good day. No meetings. I hate meetings. I remember ages ago, we were going from Windows XP to Windows 7. And like we have thousands of different applications and thousands of machines. And there's a lot to it, right? It was a big change from XP to Windows 7. And so we have to certify all the software to make sure it works on Windows 7 and package it up so we can install it in an automated way. And there was a lot that we had to do with the drivers and making sure things worked. And there was running profiles and stuff, and lots and lots of changes. And so we were doing this at work, migrating everybody across, and it was taking longer than expected. I mean, when I got into it, it was already a year in the works, and they hadn't even started yet. And yeah, when we did start doing it, our director, she was like 2 steps above my boss, who has a manager, actually maybe 3 steps. I don't know. She was up there anyway. She just didn't. No, she wasn't a director. She was the. Yeah. Well, anyway, she's up there, and she started doing these meetings. Right. We'd have meetings on why it's taking so long, and these meetings would take, time, a fair amount of time. And then, with like 2 meetings a day or something. It was insane. It was such a piss off. It's like, if we weren't in these fucking meetings all the time, we'd be getting work done. Like, we can't speed things up anymore. We were doing it, well, we could speed things up. There was one girl, because each of us was given an area to do. This one girl was given HR, and she got them done really fast. And then the techs were in there for weeks after dealing with all the issues. But she got a pat on the back for that. Because she got them to, Windows 7, like, really fast. And it was like, yeah, we got Windows 7 on the machines, and now they're having all of these problems, all of this downtime. Great job. That was, yeah, we really saved the city a lot of money there. Fucking retarded. Yeah. And of course, my boss at the time mentioned this, that this was, what the problems were and what could be done, what can't be done. And she didn't like that, and he got booted off the project, and they got some contractor in to run things, and then he couldn't do any better because you couldn't. It was just, it is what it is. This is how it works, and this is what needs to be done to get things done right. It's fucking retarded management sometimes. Jesus. Anyway, I have to go to work to make money and get pissed off about stupid decisions that people make. Anyway, I'm gonna stop bitching. Yeah, I gotta deal with an issue with my boss today too. He's doing some shit that's like not good, and that's gonna be fun to deal with. But for now, I'm done. I'll probably be back on tomorrow morning, maybe tonight, but most likely tomorrow morning. That's the only time I've got. So I will see you guys then. See you later.